Hey, you're watching Vinyl for Miles, your best resource for music and audio gear reviews. Today we're checking out a pair of wireless Bluetooth earbuds that claim that they can help you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. These are the Sleep A20 wireless earbuds from Soundcore. Stick around. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. This is Vinyl for Miles. I'm Michael, and what we do here is audio gear reviews, musical instruments, album reviews, pretty much anything having to do with music, pro audio, or my hobbies. I'm gonna bring you content. If that's something you're interested in, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and bell notification while you're at it so you don't miss out on future videos. All right, so today on the channel, we're checking out the Sleep A20 wireless earbuds from Soundcore. If you're familiar with their Sleep A line, you may have seen these. These are the Sleep A10s. I'm gonna go over in a little bit the difference between the two, but primarily we're gonna be focusing on the A20s today. It is an earbud that claims they can help you fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, give you sleep metrics and data. You know, how long are you in a deep sleep, light sleep, rolling over, what position you're sleeping in, how many times you woke up throughout the night. And while you're in sleep mode, it knows what time it is, it retains your alarms, and you can also have specific features like shutting off the white noise or masking sounds that it has on here after a specific amount of time. So why don't we start with the differences between the Sleep A10 and the Sleep A20s. Now the main difference is going to be battery life. These can get 80 hours of charge time using the case and about 14 hours of listening time with the earbuds out of the case. So that means if you sleep 7 to 8 hours like I do, you can take these on a 10-day trip and never run out of juice. You don't have to charge these a single time. I've used these for a little over 7 days right now without charging them, and there's still a charge on it. All right, so right away, here's the A20, here's the A10. This one's a pearl white, this one's kind of a tan, kind of fleshy color. If you look at the design of the original, it is using hoops on the ear. So here is the A20s. You can see it's completely different than the A10s. They have a wing design, there is no loop. They are much smaller. You can tell just by the ear tips how big the ear tips are compared to the actual physical body of the earbud. When you open and close it, you do have a little LED indicator there for battery. Same thing with the A10s. When you open these guys up and close them, same kind of mechanism, you do have an indicator for battery. And on the back, they're nearly identical. They have a USB-C charger, and they do have a pairing button on the back. The Sleep A10s have their charging connection here, which actually faces the inside of your ear, while the Sleep A20s have their charging connection on the side of your ear. So that's not going to be digging into your ear while you're sleeping. You shouldn't have any discomfort while you're wearing these. So here's a quick side-by-side comparison. Again, you got the loops on the A10s, and you have the air wings is what they're calling them on the A20s. They both have a 4-point sound isolation system. They both are passive technology, so these are not going to be active noise cancellation. There's no microphones on either one of these bodies. Aside from the case, these things are really nothing alike, and using the same app, that's pretty much where the similarities end. Now that we've gotten out of the way the differences between the Sleep A10 and the Sleep A20s, let's first explore what comes inside the box for the A20s. Now you're gonna get the two earbuds already inside the case, fully charged. Once you do open the box, there is a little instructional diagram of how you're supposed to put these in your ear. You do get a set of instructions here, and then here is where you're going to find on the inside all of your various different sizes for your ears, but they do come with two different types. There's breathable types and there's seal types. And that's pretty much everything that you get in the box. Okay, so let's go over first how to put them in and then how to control them because they are touch sensitive. So what I'm gonna do is take the right earbud and give you a quick demo of how you're supposed to put these in. You align it with your ear hole here. You push them in so you can see how it looks here. I already hear some of the rain sounds starting the second I took it out of the case, which is good. It means it's in sleep mode. But I could still hear some sound coming through. So what you wanna do is push and then twist to the right away from your ear, just like that. Now that is fully seated inside my ear. It's not going anywhere. Let's go over some of the touch controls on these earbuds. Now you can customize the controls through the app, but just the default, keep it in mind, a double tap on the left is gonna change your mode from Bluetooth to sleep, and then 3 taps on each side is gonna turn the volume up, turn the volume down. And that is the basics of the Sleep A20s when it comes to controls. You're gonna see there's a ton of features here when it comes to sleep, which we're gonna dive into now. All right, so let's dive into the features of the app and do a quick demo here. So first thing you're gonna do is slide open the earbuds, open up your Soundcore app, which I'm doing here. Soundcore will load. It'll recognize your earbuds. It says connecting for me right now. Now my earbuds are connected. You can see the indicator of battery for your left and right earbud. I'm at 100%. You're gonna click on the Sleep A20s, Now it's going to load the Sleep A20 home screen. Again, you can see battery power if you're left and right. You can see what your bedtime is. So if you are wearing these and you're listening to music or you're watching a TV show, what have you, it will give you a reminder at whatever time you set to go to bed. And you can also set your alarm. So this is one of the most helpful features that I absolutely love on these headphones, is you can have a custom schedule for your alarm. So on weekdays, I set my alarm for 6:30, and then on Tuesdays I have it set for 5:55 because I have early morning conference calls. And what it does is if you have this playing all night in sleep mode, it gently transitions to the alarm, which you can choose. I have had no issues, and the coolest thing is if you have early morning wake up times and you sleep next to someone else, your alarm's not gonna wake them up. It's just gonna wake you up. That's a huge benefit that I honestly haven't found with anything but these type of earbuds. So below your alarm time, we're gonna have playback settings. And here's where the sleep features really stand out with these earbuds. So the very top, it says keep playing audio. And that means audio in general. If you're in Bluetooth mode, keep playing music or whatever you're listening to. Or if you're in sleep mode, keep playing those sleep sounds, first until I fall asleep. And you can choose after you fall asleep how long you want those sleep sounds to play for or the music to play for. So if I set it for 2 hours, what's gonna happen is when I fall asleep, these are going to register with the sensors that are built into them. The user is asleep. He's listening to, let's say, sleep sounds. It will play sleep sounds for 2 hours and then turn off those sleep sounds. So if you do not want to listen to the white noise or the masking all night long, you can time it. That's really cool. I like listening to it all night, so I'm going to leave it on all night. Now there is a smart switch section on here too. You can't really time this one, but what it's going to do is if you're in Bluetooth mode and you have smart switch turned on, it will automatically go into sleep mode after you fall asleep. If you're listening to a podcast or an audiobook, again, it will keep playing that audio until you fall asleep, and then about 15 to 30 minutes after you're asleep, it'll turn it off and automatically switch you over to the sleep mode. And while you're in sleep mode, again, none of your notifications will wake you up. None of the sounds from your phone will transfer to the earbuds. It'll just play whatever sleep mask that you choose or sleep sound that you choose. I highly recommend using the smart switch feature. So there's another feature on here called smart volume. Now, smart volume will turn itself down as you fall asleep. I like to have it at a consistent level, so I turn that off, I don't use it. And then finally at the bottom here, you're gonna see where it says custom one and the volume. Pretty much that's your little mini control on the app. If you wanna change your sleep sound while you're on the sleep tab, hit the sounds tab right here, and you can see 4 out of 4 sounds are saved on the earbuds. That's what's cool about this. Again, the sleep mode detethers it from your phone, so it saves those sleep sounds to the earbuds. You can custom mix them too, which is really cool. So I have rain, just straight up rain, misty railway, and then I have custom 2 and custom 1. So if you click edit on here, you can delete your different presets, and then you could add new ones once you go back into Bluetooth mode. But when you bounce over to Bluetooth mode, and then you go back to the sound library, now you see a sounds tab. If you click the sounds tab, this is where you can mix and match or use presets that they have on the market. So looking on the presets here, there's a low frequency masking, mid frequency masking, high. These are kind of like the presets that they recommend. There's a wind down, soothing rain. I'm gonna go to custom because I like to custom make these. And what's cool is if you click on the masking tab here, there's all kinds of different masks. You got your typical white, pink, brown, green noise, violet noise, gray noise, orange noise, red noise. Do a little research on what each one of these noises do and how they could benefit you. But what I love about this is that there's some specific snore masking built in. This will come in very handy. So why don't we go ahead and start creating a custom sound here for me to fall asleep. I'm gonna start off with white noise. I'm gonna do snore masking, and then I wanna go to the water sounds and do rain. So as you can see here at the bottom, I have 3 custom sounds, and if you click the up arrow, you can adjust how much of each sound you want. So I'm gonna have a little bit of white noise, a lot of snore masking, and then a little bit of rain, and then you can go ahead and tune that sound. So there is a little bit of EQ built in, but you can't use this when you're listening to music. It's only for your sleep sounds. The higher you go up and to the right, the higher the treble's gonna be. There's gonna be very little bass, it'll be a little harsh. The further you go to the bottom right, the softer and the more bass that's gonna kick in. I appreciate a softer sound, so I typically put it right about there. Click save, and then what you need to do now is that you have your custom sound ready to go. You have to transfer them to your earbuds for them to work in the sleep mode. So let's go ahead and click transfer. I wanna transfer it right now, and let's call this demo sound 2, and let's transfer it. So it's transferring over right now. All right, so the demo sound's just about done. All done, got it. So now let's go back to the Sleep A20s, click the bottom there. Let's go back to sleep mode, and then sounds, And you can see here, demo sound 2. All right, so let's go into the settings here. So the default mode for me is sleep. I'm not using these primarily as Bluetooth headphones. I'm using them for sleep help. Let's go to the controls here. You can customize your left and right, what the double tap and triple tap can do. I'm gonna keep it where it's at. My left ear, double tap switches mode. My right ear, double tap will play or pause music or sounds that you're listening to. And then again, a triple tap on each ear is gonna do volume up, volume down. There's another cool feature on here called Find Device. Now when you're sleeping, if one of these earbuds pop out and hide themselves in your bed, this will play a loud noise. So let's do that for the right earbud. Let's say I lost this. Let's go ahead and play the sound. It's gonna give me a warning. Yeah, don't have it in your ear because it's gonna be very loud. So you can use this lost earbud mode to find these earbuds if they fall out at a hotel or at your house, in your bed, what have you. Great feature that's built in. The prompt tone, that's just gonna be like when you change modes, stuff like that. And then there's also an option to turn on and off a low battery prompt. The downside to turning on the low battery prompt is it will wake you up in the middle of the night if you're trying to fall asleep and these things are at like 5% battery, it'll wake you up. So I typically keep that off. There's some widget options if you wanna add a sleep widget to your home page on iOS or Android. You have the device name and then your serial number for your help. And then that's pretty much all you're gonna get on the Bluetooth and the sleep mode. Those are your core settings. So why don't we jump over to sleep data, because there's some more settings you can have in sleep data too. All right, so I've been using these for about 7 days. Let's go back in time here. Let's look at Monday. I got 2 hours and 49 minutes of sleep. It says that because I took them out in the middle of the night. I tried these with the large ear tips on them and it was a little painful, so I took them out. Tuesday, I put in the mediums. I barely felt them in my ear. I got about 5, almost 6 hours of sleep, which I consider pretty good for me. I only rolled over about 8 times and 93% of the time I was on my back. That's pretty good for me, honestly. I mean, most of the time I get 5 to 6 hours sleep anyways. Wednesday, things got better. I got 7.5 hours of sleep. However, I rolled over 23 times. I got about 5 hours of light sleep, 35 minutes of deep sleep, and I was awake for an hour, primarily because my son came in and woke me up multiple times. But I almost met my sleep goal there of being asleep for 7 straight hours. Thursday, things got a little better because I got 96% there for my sleep goal. Friday, 92%. I am consistently getting over 7 hours on here, 6 hours and 57 minutes on Saturday. Sunday, 7 hours and 10 minutes. I'm at 97% of my sleep goal. As you can tell, my sleep has been improving since I've been using these. I'm an extremely light sleeper. So let's go over some of the cool settings that are sleep specific, having to do with your data. You could turn on or off sleep data. You want to have a reminder to sync your data. You could set your sleep goal. I set mine for 7 hours, but if you want 8, 9 hours of sleep, 6 hours, you could put that in there. And then sleep position calibration. This will have you put the earbuds in, you stand up, it takes a calibration data point, and then you lay down, it takes another data point, and it kind of helps it more accurately figure out if you're sleeping on your backside, stomach, what have you. But out of the box, I didn't do a calibration and it was really accurate. So, I mean, if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. Okay, so now we've reached the end of the video. It is my honest feedback, the verdict. Now, do these help you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer? Yes, they do. Are they worth $149? If you're like me and you get light sleep and you would do anything to get better sleep, yes, they are worth $149, but you really can't put a price on sleep. I mean, if these were over 200 bucks, I might question it, but the fact that they're $149, yes, I do think that they are worth it. As you can see through my sleep data, I've been getting a lot more sleep. I've been getting better sleep. I do fall asleep much faster, and I do feel a lot more refreshed in the morning using the alarm that's built into this. But they are not a perfect product. So let's go over some of my negatives and some honest huge misses here. The number one thing I do not like about these earbuds is the material that they use on the case. It's extremely slippery. It's like this matte material. And when I'm waking up in the morning or in the middle of the night or trying to put these on, I've dropped this case so many freaking times. It's not even funny. So I hope that there is gonna be some like aftermarket, skins that you could put on here that have more grip. But yeah, Soundcore, I don't know what the hell you were thinking with this material. It's not good for somebody who's half awake to use. Let's go over another thing that I did not like. There's no snooze feature on these. So if you are setting your alarm for 6 in the morning and you typically hit the snooze button, it would be nice if I could single tap or triple tap or do some kind of command on the headphones to put a snooze function in there. There is no snooze function. So if you're setting these, what I do is I have my initial alarm go off on the earbuds, and then about 10 to 15 minutes later, I have an alarm go off on my phone. But it would be nice, Soundcore, with some firmware updates. Put a command in there to use a snooze function. Like, it's definitely needed. Overall, that's pretty much all the negatives I have. Again, you can't really put a price on sleep and all of the benefits that you get from a good night's sleep for your mental health, your physical, your well-being, your productivity, goes on and on. All right, guys, so that's my honest review of these Sleep A20s. I hope that you enjoyed the review. If you did, leave a comment below. What do you think of these earbuds? Do you think it's something worth investing in? I'd love to hear from you guys. And also, I'd love to hear what you want me to review next. Until next time, I'm Michael. Thanks so much for watching. See ya.